Yo, what's up YouTube? I hope all of you are having a great day so far. My name is Cbass. In today's video, I will be showing you guys how to get your shotguns diamond as fast as possible. So to unlock diamond shotguns, it's honestly not too hard. You only got 2 shotguns and they're actually pretty good. So I actually don't have diamond shotguns yet, but I can just look at the challenges, and since I've been playing COD for so long, I know exactly what to do for all those challenges. And if you don't believe me, don't use these tips, but I promise you these tips will be very helpful. And with all that said, let's get right into this video. So the first camo is going to be spray. Get 200 eliminations with the Holler 77. This is going to be pretty easy. You just have to play and it will naturally come to you. And what I recommend for lots of these challenges is to play domination or hardpoint, because those are the most chaotic modes. We do have Nuketown coming out in a couple days, so I recommend playing Nuketown as much as you can, because as you guys know, the smaller the map, the better it is for shotguns. So if you're playing on a huge map, it's probably not going to be the best for shotguns. So the smaller the map, the better. And if you play hardcore instead of the regular core modes, you can kill people at like medium range super easily with the shotgun. So if you're looking for easy kills, I would just play hardcore. But in hardcore, you are going to die a little bit easier. For the Holler, it doesn't really matter if you play core or hardcore, but I do strongly recommend to play hardcore for the Gallo, because that is a semi-automatic. So for stripes, you have to get 50 headshot medals with the Holler 77. I guarantee you, by the time you complete all these challenges, this one will be completed. So if I were you, I would complete all these challenges and then come back and do the 50 headshots if you don't have it completed already. And it's pretty simple. You just put like a red dot on your gun and just aim for the head. That's pretty much all it is, but you should get most of these done by the time you have all the other camo challenges done. For classic, you have to get 5 kills without dying 20 times with all the kills coming from the shotgun. So to do this, again, you will probably have it done by the time you complete all these challenges. So if I were you, I'd complete all these challenges, even the stripes camo, and then come back to the bloodthirsties if you don't have it completed already. And a very good trick to get bloodthirsties is to just play normal. Just play how you usually would, but once you get 3 to 4 kills, then I would start playing really slow, let the enemies come to you. You could always camp in a building, let the enemies come to you. I wouldn't really rush once you're at the 3 to 4 kill mark. And if you're going for bloodthirsties, this is the class I would recommend. The primary obviously does not matter. So for the tactical, I recommend doing a stun grenade or the stim shot. But the lethal, again, this one doesn't really matter. And then for the field upgrade, you want to do the field mic, because you can just camp in a building, place down that field mic, and then you can see someone coming in that doorway. So again, if you're going for bloodthirsties, just play very campy, and it shouldn't be too hard. But for those perks, you want to do flatjack and tactical mask, just so you don't die by stupid things. For the perk 2, you want to do gearhead, just so you get the field upgrades a little bit faster. And you want to do trackers so you can follow your enemies pretty easily. You can see their footsteps and then you can just go wherever they're going. For perk 3, this one's a little bit debatable. I recommend having ninja or ghost, whichever one you want. So ghost will make it so you're not on the radar, so the enemies aren't going to know where you're at, and then you can just kill them a lot easier. And ninja's going to make it so they don't hear you. If you're running around the map, I would run ninja. If you're camping a lot, I would just run ghost, so they don't really know you're in that building or know where you're at in that building. And I recommend doing gung-ho, just so if you're running around, you can reload your shotgun, which is very helpful, and you can fire more accurately while you're sliding. And that's going to wrap it up for this camo. If you want a more in-depth guide on it, I will have a video above me right now, and that video will explain in depth of how to get this. The next camo is going to be the geometric, so you have to get 50 long shot medals. So this one's actually pretty easy. I do recommend going into hardcore and playing domination, just because you got that C flag, the B flag, and the A flag. You're typically going to spawn on the A flag or the C flag. Enemies are going to spawn on the opposite flag, so you typically will have your enemies in front of you, making it easier to get those long shots, because you should know where they're coming from for the most part. So for the long shots though, I recommend going to your barracks and then go to combat record and go to multiplayer and click on the gun that you're trying to use. So in this case, we're going to be going over the Holler, and as you guys can see on the right side, 14 meters and up is going to be a long shot. And now that you know 14 meters and up is a long shot, all you have to do is ping a certain area, and that ping will tell you how far that area is from you. So if you're looking in a certain area and you're wondering if that's going to be a long shot, just ping that area and it will tell you if it's going to be like 14, 20, 30 meters. And if you're checking your combat record, so in this case 14 meters, if that ping is 14 meters away and you kill someone at that ping, you know that's going to be a long shot, making this challenge actually pretty easy. And again, I would just play hardcore, so it's only going to take about a couple pellets for it to kill the enemy. The next camo is going to be Flora. So for Flora, you have to kill 75 enemies that are detected, stunned, or blinded by your score streaks, equipment, or field upgrades. So a good way to do this is to run your stun grenade. So if you stun someone then you kill them, it's going to count towards this challenge. And I would run the field mic. So if you kill someone that's in the vicinity of your field mic, it's going to count towards this challenge. And lastly, I would run a UAV. If you run a UAV and the enemy's on the UAV and you kill them, it's going to count towards this challenge. And if you're constantly doing those things, it should come to you naturally. You shouldn't really have to focus on this challenge. And that's going to wrap it up for that challenge. Now let's go into science. So on science, kill 75 enemies that are at point blank range in multiplayer. This one's going to be very annoying. It's going to take you a long time. You'll probably actually have to go for it. So for this one, I would just play core multiplayer. You don't want to play hardcore because they're going to kill you by the time you even get up to them. Because for this challenge, you literally have to be inside their character. You have to see their eyelids from the inside. Like, it's stupid how close you have to be. So you should get some of these naturally, but you're not going to get them all naturally. So I heard if you go into free-for-all, lots of people have been getting point blanks in that mode. I haven't personally been liking that mode too much, but it's been helping out lots of people. So try free-for-all for those point blanks. So what I recommend for you to do is to be a full-on ninja, and I will have a link above me if you want like a full guide on this. But you have to be a full ninja. You have to be very sneaky. So to be a ninja, you have to add a suppressor onto your gun. So I recommend adding a suppressor, and then I would add a laser sight just so you have a tighter hipfire spread, because you're not going to always have time to aim in. So it's nice to be able to hipfire. For the perks, I recommend have Ghost and Ninja on, just so the enemies don't hear you walking up to them, or if they look on the radar, you're not going to be on the radar. So after you got the ninja class, you want to play Combined Arms Mosh Pit. And this is because this is the ground war version of this game. So what you're going to want to do, you are going to want to go in huge flanks. You want to flank all the way behind the enemies. It's pretty hard to flank behind the enemies because there's lots of snipers, but if you can be very sneaky, do slide cancels, jump around, dodge these snipers' bullets, you should be able to get behind them with no problem. So once you're behind most of the enemies, you're going to see lots of them are just zoned out sniping. They're not even going to know you're there. So for the snipers that are just zoned out in the map, they're not even going to hear you coming. They're just like this. They're just staring, waiting for someone to walk into their scope. You are just going to want to walk up behind them and shoot them. It sounds like it's not going to be too common, but there's actually so many people that just sit there and snipe and don't even know you're there. And there's lots of machine guns sitting around the map, and there's lots of enemies on those machine guns. So if you see an enemy on those machine guns, you can just walk up to them and shoot them. So that's all you pretty much have to do for this challenge. Just be very sneaky, walk up behind them, put the barrel on them, and pull the trigger. Okay, that is going to wrap it up for this challenge. Now onto Psychedelic. So for Psychedelic, kill 2 or more enemies rapidly 25 times in multiplayer. So I would play Hardpoint or Domination, and then I would play Hardcore or Regular, whichever one you can get more kills on. And I would just play super aggressive. If you're playing Hardpoint, stay in that objective point, play super aggressive, and you should naturally get lots of double kills. As long as you're playing the objective and you're very aggressive, you should be getting these double kills naturally, especially if you're playing hardcore, because it's only going to take about a couple pellets to kill the enemy. And that's going to wrap it up for the camos. I do have one more tip for you guys though. So if you go down to your wildcards, you can click on the Lawbreaker wildcard, and this is going to make it so you actually can have 2 of the secondaries. So this is probably what I'm going to do once I start going for diamond on the shotguns. So then once I run out of ammo with one shotgun, I can just switch to the other, and then I can use that until I run out of ammo. Or if I see a lot of people, I can pull out the gallo instead of the holler if I don't think I can get all my shots off. So by running 2 shotguns, it should speed up the process a lot. And that is going to wrap it up on this video on how to get diamond shotguns easy and fast. If you have any questions, I reply to pretty much every comment. So if you do have a question, just let me know down in the comments and I will get back to you. But anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and I'll hopefully see you in my next video.